All right, so let's get to work today on a Freddie King lick. This one is coming from his classic tune, I'm Tore Down. He plays it in the key of D, and it's right out of our D minor pentatonic shape that we know and love. Let's talk about the lick, let's talk about the scale, how we're gonna get the most out of it, and how I did something special in the performance aspect of this video. So, we're gonna be right here, 10th fret, 6th string. Think about that as your home base, D minor pentatonic. We're playing a D7 or D9, G7, and an A7. That's our 1, 4, 5 in our D blues. And really, this song starts on the turnaround, and we know the turnaround is the last 4 bars of our 12-bar blues, and it really denotes that, hey, we're coming back around again to repeat this form. But oftentimes, in classic blues songs, they'll start on the turnaround as sort of an intro. They'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And you hear when it goes, that kind of walks down to that A note, which is the root chord of our 5, of our 5 chord there. That's an A for our A7 chord. But you say, well, that's just a turnaround lick. Could I use it in the rest of the blues? We're going to do that in the performance for sure, and I'm going to take and manipulate it. And as long as you sort of have an idea of a landing spot, you can jump off the diving board and land on your feet, the diving board being the lick in this case. I got loads of metaphors. Many of them are better than that, trust me. All right, so that's the lick. It sounds really, really great. We're in the key of D for a D blues. I'm going to play it, and then I'll teach it even further. Let's check it out. All right, let's break this lick down. I love Freddie King. Man, he played with so much authority and passion and aggression. And you have to approach this lick the same way. You know, that's why you really need to make sure that your bends are strong and in tune. If you haven't practiced them, make sure you do that, because you're gonna fall short in playing this lick if you don't have strong bends and a good sense of pitch with those as well. And if string gauge is an issue, maybe your strings are too heavy, go down, get a lower set of string, lower gauge of strings, get strong, get confident before you jump into this. All right, let's find our landmarks. Our landmarks here are going to be our D minor pentatonic scale on the 10th fret. And let's turn my volume down a little bit. Okay, so that's pattern number 1. A lot of our heroes work out of that, and I'm sure you do too, just like I do. Now, classic lick that's going to be in a bunch of tunes. I've taught it 100 times, and I love teaching it because it is the cornerstone of really fun blues licks, right? So you're going to start with your bend on the 12th fret, 3rd string, and you're going to bend that up a whole step. Now, the thing with these bends is you might not always get to the bend, and that's okay because you got to, in time, move off to the other strings. So you're giving the sort of implication of a whole step bend. You're bending up a whole step, and as soon as you start to bend that whole step, you're almost off of it. And you want to have that first finger ready, because essentially, you're bending to the same note that you're playing. It's a really beautiful thing on the guitar. I don't think any other instrument really has it this way. Then you have to bar strings 1 and 2 on the 10th fret. And get used to that because it's going to be in a bunch of licks, like I said. And notice how I'm picking. I'll move my right hand into the shot a little more. Down, up, down, down. You could do it all downs if you wanted, but it's not going to flow as well. Get that alternate picking happening as soon as you can. So then what we're going to do is you're going to go to the 13th fret, and that's all within the scale pattern already. And that's attempting a whole step bend, but you never get there. You don't have time. So you're going to bend with that power, release, and a lot of times what's really cool is if you look, it might be tough to see, but when you release that bend, a lot of people are going to say, I get this sound, Corey. They're going to get that second string ringing out. Well, if you do it properly, that second string falls right into the first finger, and it keeps it quiet. That's the first part. Of course, it's all tabbed and notated for you. Great stuff on its own. Now that's the tricky part. You can see I screwed it up already. 13th fret, first string. And with so many of these licks, I've done it a bunch of times where you kind of do a little quarter step bend. And it really gives flavor and personality to that one single note. Bend up slightly, release, and pick on that first finger, first string, 10th fret. Then come back, 13th fret, second string again, that's a C note, back to C, D. I'm going quickly here because it's in the tab. You'll see me play it against the track as well. So think about that as all one clump. Actually, you can break it down even smaller. Take that. 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. Now, abandon that and go to the next thing. Make that all one if you want to, starting on the 3rd string, 12th fret. And then it just walks the scale down. 12th, initiating a whole step bend. And then walk it down to that A note on the 5th string, 12th fret. So you put all the pieces together. Give me a little more gain on the bridge pick up there. For those of you that are going to ask, you can't see it's an amp off of camera. It's a 2-Rock TS1. The gain's not engaged. It's just the front end of the amp turned up. I can do that with an aux box behind me. It's killing. It sounds awesome. All right, so let's bring in the track. Let's have some fun. Got the track there. Let's see, I got it back in the beginning. Now, the special thing about this track, what I did for you guys, was I put an extra measure of count in. And I'm going to explain how you count it. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, start. Let's try it, see if it happens. 2, 3, 4. Then we're into the tune, okay? Let's do that again. I'm going to slow it down significantly. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. D9 if you want. Try it right here. Stop it on that F note. Go to your 4 chord. Let's try it again. Play the lick in its entirety. Maybe improvise on your own. that's really how you want to take licks and make them evolve and become your own. You know, you can play a pentatonic thing really simple. Whatever. Don't look up at the camera when you're playing. Gets me every time. In any case, that's it. I thought it was a really fun Freddie King style blues. It's exactly Freddie King is what it was. It's not even style. But we nailed some things, and I think we really are going to have some fun since I've been teaching about blues scales a lot and courses and pentatonics and ways to kind of know them. Now it's time to have some fun and put some licks in there. And this is going to be this lick is going to be a part of a bigger maybe course someday. So we'll want to pay attention for that for sure. All right, don't forget the tab in the track is available in the links in the description. I also put it in the comments once the video launches. And feel free to subscribe to the channel for more lessons like this. There's a ton on the channel now after a few years of doing this for you guys. Hit the thumbs up and that helps the video out quite a lot too. And always feel free to drop me a line via my website and have a chat and tell me how you're doing. All right, I'm Corey. Get to work on this and I'll see you on the next lesson.